Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Just Open It, my YouTube series in which I open recently acquired toys. My name is Russ. Thank you very much for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. If you're a fan of action figures or toy collecting or pop culture in general, please consider subscribing to my channel, Karaoke Fanboy TV. Every week I plan on opening a recently acquired toy, and this week I am opening Optimus Prime from Transformers, of course, but purchased at Family Dollar. If you've been following my videos, you know that I'm fascinated with the Final Faction toy line at Dollar Tree. These are action figures, weapons, accessory packs, and vehicles that are available now for $1.25 a piece. I think if you collect the entire line of Final Faction toys that have been released, you still wouldn't reach the price of a Marvel Legends or McFarlane Toys action figure. Or you'd be pretty darn close, if not just a few dollars over. And for the price of one of those single figures at retail, you would have an entire line of action figures, good guys, bad guys, additional weapons and accessories, and currently 2 vehicles. So I'm fascinated with the discount store toy aisle. I'm wondering if kids with a few bucks in their pocket could afford the kinds of toys that I had as a kid, even though they're at these presumably cheaper stores. So when I saw this Optimus Prime at Family Dollar, I had to buy it. I wasn't a Transformers guy as a kid. I'm still not a Transformers guy. In fact, I had a few GoBots as a kid, and that's the closest I ever came to vehicles that turn into robots, or robots that turn into vehicles. So this is, in fact, the very first Optimus Prime I have ever owned as a toy collector, and I purchased it for $5.50, which, again, I'm guessing is but a fraction of what a mainstream Optimus Prime would cost at a Wal-Mart or a Target. So I'm curious what the construction and feel and playability of this toy will be, and how easily I could transform him from his robot persona here to his truck or diesel persona. It says on the back that it's just going to take me 4 simple steps. Now, it does not describe what those steps are, and I don't see, perhaps I'll find a little instruction booklet inside, but let's see if live on video I could transform this $5.50 Optimus Prime from his Autobot form to his vehicular form. So I'm diving in. And its bubble is strongly adhered to the packaging. So it's a good rip right off the cardboard there. In fact, the bubble wrapped around the back of the card, and so this perforated edge is what ultimately removed it from the packaging. But here he is, Optimus Prime, and in fact, is this a little instruction sheet? It is. Okay, so there's a little instruction sheet inside here that will help guide me to transforming the leader of the Autobots. Of course, some legal mumbo jumbo there. The packaging is removed. Figure is out, and I'm excited about this, quite frankly. I'm excited to finally own a Transformer now that I have him in my hands. Points of articulation, actually pretty good here. Shoulders, head turns, which is fun. Knees, and what do we call this? Waist, thighs, pelvis? But that's pretty well articulated. In fact, even more so than the Final Faction figures. They're just kind of your standard 5 points. But here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of articulation. Not including, of course, the joints that are included in his transformation. So here we are, Optimus Prime. The back of his legs are hollow, which I presume might be a different characteristic from what we would find at a mainstream retail. But there he is. Now his hands look like he would be holding a weapon of some kind, but there is no weapon here included, so for $5.50, I guess I shouldn't expect that. But there he is one more time. And let's begin the transformation. If I were to stand him up on my shelf, he would display quite easily, as you can see, which again, for $5.50 ain't too shabby, in my opinion. Okay, so if I'm starting his transformation at this stage, my first step is to raise his arms, according to this. So I'm raising his arms. Okay. Oh, I think I already see what's going to happen. Okay. This is going to come forward like that. Okay, so just to illustrate this for you here, his arms were raised, and the cab of the truck lifts up and over to meet those arms here. Now, if you're a Transformers fan, I'd love to know, were the original Transformers this easy when we were kids? Because I honestly have no idea. Again, I remember the GoBots. I remember them fondly, and they seemed easy enough to transform. So now I'm kind of struggling here. Oh, okay, so the arms go up and in, and this comes forward. I know this is really compelling YouTube here, but there is some snapping happening. There's some confirmation here. Okay, there we go. So there's the front. And that was steps 1, 2, and 3, I believe. So raising the arms and then snapping them forward and then bringing this up and over. And then the final move, I would presume, is bringing his legs in like this. And now they'll kind of snap in place. So, let's see. That's why they're hollow. And I wonder, is this the way Optimus Prime transformed in his original carnation when we were kids? The first wave of Transformers that came out. But there we go. So there's some snapping that happens for sure. But there it is. I mean, just a little manipulation with those ball joints. And the wheels are aligned. So that's probably the most complicated automotive work I've ever done. But not too shabby, if I do say so myself. A very playable figure with great points of articulation in his robotic or Autobot form. And within 4 well-illustrated steps, he becomes his vehicular form. Is that what he's? A truck, right? A diesel. So there he is. And then to return him to his native Autobot form, it says reverse order of instructions to convert back. So if there's any doubt as to how to get this back to the robot form, and so let's do that. Let's take his legs here real quick and just go like that. And then this comes to the back, and then the arms come down like that. And it's almost like it's easier to go downstairs than up with the help of gravity. It's easier to take him apart than it was to put him back together. And again, there's kind of a little snapping here in the back where you can kind of confirm everything's back in place. And there he is, Optimus Prime. For $5.50 plus tax, of course, at your local Family Dollar. And there were other figures in this line. Again, not being a huge Transformers guy, I just know that the main bad guy, Megatron, was there, Bumblebee was there, and maybe 1 or 2 other characters at the Family Dollar I frequented and saw this figure at. So if you are introducing your child or a child in the family or a friend's child to Transformers, there's a very affordable way to do so for $25, you can get 4 figures and 2 good guys, 2 bad guys, or however you want to shake it out. And they'll have some legitimate Transformers action figure play that they can perform and enjoy. So that's very cool. Family Dollar delivering, which leads me to believe that the figures at Target and Walmart are truly for the adult collector. I mean, I guess we've all kind of known that, but it's interesting to think that the toy aisle that we frequented as kids has now grown up with us, not just in the quality of action figure, but of course in their affordability as well, leaving the burden on discount stores like Family Dollar, the 99-cent store, and Dollar Tree to provide kids with some fun toys. So my hat's off to those stores for doing so. Thank you for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Again, if you'd like to subscribe to this channel, Karaoke Fanboy TV, I would certainly be grateful for your following. You can also follow me on Instagram at AmazingAZComics, where I post more posts about toys and comic books and the comic books I make, Amazing Arizona Comics. Tune in next time when I look at the pile of unopened action figures in my living room. I grab one and I tell myself, you know what? Just open it. I'll catch you next time.